Rabotai, good morning. We want to see today a very important halakha, and what does it mean to be able to say Nifilat Apayim the proper way? What is that, Rabotai? That's right after Shemona Esrei. After you do Tachanun, you say LeDavid. אברהם, תגיד לנו, אם הם רוצים לדבר, הם מדברים, או אני מדבר, הם מדברים. אשר, בוקר טוב. Rabotai, we started in Simon Nun Aleph and Halacha Daled that a person has to be very careful from interrupting once you begin Baruch Shemar, the Shulchan Aruch stated, all the way until you finish Shemona Esrei, you're not allowed to speak, right? You shouldn't interrupt with Dvar Be'alma, with idle chatter. Says the Mishnah Berurah in Sivkat and Tet, something very fascinating. בוא, תקשיב. זה ביטוטו, אני לא יכול, אני אומר, I have to be focused. I don't think they understand. מי הוא רוצה לתת שיר כאן? Guys, you guys ever do heart surgery or no? בוא, אתם מסיים, אני מסיים, בוא. You guys ever try to do heart surgery? You guys ever been in an emergency room? Huh? When you learn Torah, it has to be complete silence. You have to focus the words of Hashem, Rabotai. One guy told me, says, my wife always calls me during my learning time. Ask, do this, bring this, go over there. What is he, a batlan? What, he has nothing to do? Tell me, you're going to call a doctor when he's doing a heart surgery to bring you milk, to bring you breakfast? No, so why are you calling now? Rabotai, when we learn Torah, we have the power to be able to save Klal Yisrael. It's very sad to say. I honestly think sometimes people are just stupid. You have an opportunity to be able to bring all the barakot into your life, and what do, Rabotai? We push it away. And then we go ask blessings from rabbis. Rabotai, blessings will not help you if you don't do what the Torah says. Babokir. The Mishnah Berurah says, "Ukashiyesh nifilat apayim." Whenever you have nifilat apayim, once you start doing the tachanun and then LeDavid and then Avinu Malkeinu, says the Mishnah Berurah, "Lo ydaber ad acher nifilat apayim." The Mishnah Berurah says you should not speak until after nifilat apayim. Then that's a very big problem. He brings it down in the name of the Eliyah Rabbah and the Chayei Adam, who brought it down in the name of the Shida Mikubetzet. Rabotai, the Shulchan Aruch stated you shouldn't speak until after the Shemona Esrei, implying from there you shouldn't speak until after Shemona Esrei. But after Shemona Esrei, I'm allowed to speak. Comes the Mishnah Berurah says, no, even after Nifilat Apayim. Wait until after Kaddish, basically. So what? Is he arguing? Is he agreeing with the Mishnah Berurah, with the Shulchan Aruch? Rabotai, the halacha is brought down also in Simon Kuv Lamed Aleph. In the Shulchan Aruch itself in Halach Aleph. Over there he says, only the ber ben tefillah le nifilat apayim. One is not even allowed to speak between the Shemona Esrei and the nifilat apayim. Once you finish Shemona Esrei, you're not allowed to speak until you start doing nifilat apayim and then you finish it. However, Rabotai, says the Mishnah Berurah, why is that? Why don't we want you to speak? He says, "De'al yidei ze en tichinato shemitchanen b'nifilat apayim mitkabelet kol kach." Your supplication, this that you do LeDavid, Rabotai, is not going to be accepted so much before Hashem. That's a problem. When I speak, I'm going to be able to break that away. Why? Do we know when we say LeDavid what kind of powers it has, what kind of sugulot it has? Yitzchak, you ever start? You know, Masechet Berachot in Daf Tet Amud Bet, over there it says anybody who davens, anybody who says Shema Yisrael right a few minutes before sunrise, like you guys do over here, and then if you daven Shemona Esrei with sunrise, Rabotai, the Gemara guarantees that whole day nothing bad is going to happen to you. Takshiv Artur, Takshiv Akshav. Shum Davar. What do people do? Sleep. They come 6, 7, 8. They're doing Hashem a favor. And then they're running all day like chickens without a head trying to fix their problems. Rabotai says Tosfot doesn't make sense. We see people clearly that they do smicha gula l'tefillah, they daven Rabotai, and still they get damaged. So Tosfot says, like I just said earlier, this guarantee that if a person does smicha gula l'tefillah that you're not going to get damaged all day, that's only if you daven nes Rabotai. If you don't daven at sunrise, forget about it. Start looking for berachot that's going to help you. Why am I saying this? But I want to share with you, there's certain, the Torah, the Halakha, you know, the Shulchan Aruch, they give us ways how a person has to live. With those ways you are able to serve Hashem and Hashem is able to bless you. Why, Rabotai, throw these opportunities away? What's going to be honest? Listen, Rabotai, if you learn till 12, 1 o'clock, I understand you're not obligated to come to nets because the Torah is going to protect you. But if you're doing shtuyot till, I don't know, 10, 12, 11, I don't know, go to sleep early, come to sleep, then go home and sleep another hour, and then go to work. What do I care what you guys do after? Rabotai, listen what it means to say, LeDavid Elecha Adonai Nafshi Esa. This is Nifilat Apayim. Listen to this, Rabotai. HaMechaver b'Nifilat Apayim kira'ui. Anybody's going to have the proper intent in being able to say LeDavid the proper way. Zochel ledvarim harbe. You're going to merit a lot of things. Maze. Rabotai, number one, Naaseh B'riya Chadasha. You're going to become a new being. Mazel merit. Hashem is going to give you strength, Rabotai, that you never knew you had. Actually, you know what means new being? Until the end of the day, when you come home already, you're already exhausted. You don't have no more patience or no more energy for the wife, for the kids, for learning Torah. Hashem will give you that. If you're able to say this properly. Or you go out to work and you have an employer that's driving you up the wall or customer. Hashem will give you the strength to be able to overcome them. Second, oz v'ta'atzumot lelchom b'yitahara. They're going to give you power to fight with their evil inclination. Today, Rabotai, you have Baruch Hashem. Today, somehow, Yitzchak, you want to explain this to me, the logic? I just want to know between me and you. I don't care for the camera right now. How is it possible that people that live in Jamaica State, that build houses for millions of dollars, they can't afford a few more inches of clothing for their wives? You want to tell me? You want to explain that to me or not?
They got to buy another house. They use that money.
Or because there's a sale in children's place, so they go to buy it there and then they wear it.
No, the gardening.
Yeah, no, Rabotai, it's not funny. Zelos chok. Rabotai, this is not a joke. What you see what goes on today, somebody told me he went to a religious wedding. Forget about not religious. Religious wedding. Rabotai, he said the women were dressed over there like zonot. Religious wedding, Rabotai. You know what means a zona? A prostitute, Rabotai. That's how they were dressed. Freaking everything. I wasn't there. Excuse my language. Everything was open. Skirts 2 inches below her waist, he told me. 2 inches, what? And then she walks like this. So nobody should see her underwear. She's out of her mind. Put on longer skirt, what's going to happen? So I asked. He said, it's expensive. The longer skirts are expensive. This is cheaper. Baba, my sis. Rabotai, it's a very big problem. You need, Rabotai, to be able to L'David Elecha Hashem. Rabotai, you have no idea how many people. Rabotai, I'm not speaking about Chilonim. I don't speak, they don't know much better. You have religious people, Rabotai, that they fall into the Yetzer Hara. Today what's going on in the world, Rabotai, the women, the way they're dressing. These leggings, Rabotai. I worked as a shoemaker before, I know what leggings are, Rabotai. We had a store next to us that they only would sell leggings. That's when the tailors started closing down because they had nothing to sew. Right? Rabotai, listen what's going on over here. Rabotai, the other day I was driving right over here. Next to, is this Beit Knesset, is Rabbi Yazov. Anshe Shalom. Rabotai, listen to this. I said, men have to tell their wife this is a surah, Rabotai. It's one thing the women want to wear tights and they want to work out inside. Whatever they're working out, I don't mind. I don't care. But don't start coming outside right now, Rabotai, with your leggings. You had about 50 to 20 women walking. Not walking, no, they weren't walking. They were doing, I think it's called burp. They were walking up and down, up and down. What do you want to show? You want to show me your body? What do you want to show? Rabotai, let's do this carefully. Not because I'm looking. Rabotai, you drive, you see this. But you have children outside. You have other men out. You have boys outside. Is this the way our mothers dress today? This is the way our wives dress today? They want to wear leggings for who? For other men? Come on, Rabotai, where's the men today, huh? Why nobody says nothing? Why nobody says nothing, Rabotai? This is why we need to be able to say this proper kavanah. We need to be able to fight this Yitzhara. You guys have no idea what goes on in religious homes. How much garbage they're able to see. How much, because of these women, a lot of boys fall. Rabotai, I promise you. These women are machtiyat rabim. She could cover her hair after on Shabbat or whatever she wants to do. She's machtiyat rabim. She doesn't understand what she's doing. You don't want to be modest? No problem. Do it in your bedroom. For your husband. Not when you're in the house, you look like a babula, like a grandmother, and when you're outside, you look like the top model. Shakira or Jennifer Lopez. That's what I still remember from back then, 30 years ago. I don't know who's today.
Still alive, Rabbi.
I don't care if they're alive or not. It doesn't matter for me. That's why there's shalom bayit problems, Rabotai. Because all men sees these women with tights, who knows what goes underneath their bodies, how wrinkled they are. All they see their whole full face of, what do you call this shit they do? Botox. Forget about Botox. What they do today, they put silicone in their lips. What they put? Fillers. Hey, wow, you guys, only if you guys know Torah like this. Fillers. They put fillers in their tuches, in their breast, in their lips. Rabotai, and the guy sees, wow, he says, wow, how come my wife is not like that? And then he starts arguing with his wife. Ephraim, true or not true, Ephraim? It's a problem, Rabotai. What are you doing? What are we doing? Therefore, Rabotai, we have to be able to say this kavanah. We need it now. We need it now more than ever. It is not a joke. The Yitzhar for women is very strong. It is very strong, Rabotai. Don't think you're going to be able to overcome it. Rabotai, insecurity. The husband start better giving securities. Rabotai, the Yitzhar for the woman is very strong. Kavod, money, desires, ta'avot, it's very strong, Rabotai. There are many stories in the Gemara Masechet Kiddush that spoke about great Tanaim that almost fell with women. If it wouldn't be for the Torah, they would die. They would fall. It's dangerous, Rabotai. You will not be able to overcome a situation with a woman. I'm telling you, Rabotai, you're not going to be able to overcome. Many people, again, Rabotai, people are open to speak to me about a lot of things which I don't speak because you're going to have rabbis saying, oh, Rabbi, why is he speaking about this? Baloney, blin. Rabotai, you have a lot of people come to me and they tell me, Rabbi, I fell with another woman and I'm married. What do I do? What do I do? How did it happen? I said, Rabbi, I said, honestly, I don't, within 2 minutes, the whole thing happened. And now I'm full of regret. What should I do? You know what I told him, Ephraim? You should have come to me before you did the Avera.
Go to the mikveh, no?
What mikveh? That's a problem, Rabotai. It's a very big problem. What goes on today, we're losing a lot of Kiddusha, we're losing a lot of Torah, we're losing a lot of people to this, Rabotai. It's a very big problem. Rabotai, the third thing is, if you're going to be able to say, LeDavid elech Hashem nafshei esa, he says, Mikabel tosefet aschila betorah, v'sodotech, Rabotai. If you're going to be able to say the proper way, you're going to be able to accept, Rabotai, you're going to have more seichel, more intelligence for the Torah and the secret. You're going to have this desire to want to learn Torah. Number 4, Rabotai, which is so important, tosefet dveikud be'HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You're going to have an additional attachment to Hashem. The whole purpose, Rabotai, why we're here, like David HaMelech says, Vani kirvat Elokim litov, to me, being close to Hashem, that's what's good for me.
Can we have security enforced in weddings, written on invitation?
They write on invitation, they wrote on that invitation, particularly, please dress modestly.
I understand. security will be enforced.
What is security? It's not about security, Ephraim John.
He's looking for a new job, Rabbi.
Security will
It's not a joke, Rabotai. It's not about security being.
people feel ashamed.
It's not about a security being enforced. It's about people having a little bit seichel and understanding that we're not allowed to dress this way. That's why, Rabotai, listen to me very carefully. Shh, Michila.
I'll be the mashgiach.
1 second, Rabotai. This is why it's very important to know. Yes, Rabotai, they want to make birachot party, I'm happy. They want to make challah party, I'm happy. All this means nothing, Rabotai, when they come and they dress like that. You understand that being modest, being tzindua, it says, Kol kavuda bat melech. Penima, it's inside. The woman's honor has to be inside. Her body shouldn't be shown. Who today, Rabotai, leaves a $300,000 watch in the street? Show me one person. Who leaves $5 million on the street? Or you put it in your safe, Ephraim? You put it in your safe. A woman's body, Rabotai, is like a jewel, is like a pearl. And it has to be inside the house. The beauty is for the husband, not for any other man. Rabotai, women have to do, where's the seichel? Where's the common sense? Tehillim group, Rabotai, people should speak about this. Everything that we do is all this nice customs. I'm not going to take that away from them. But what about what's ikar? We make the ikar tafel, the tafel ikar, and that's what's sad. Rabotai, we don't know how many people get destroyed. The divorce rate, Rabotai, is up the roof. I'm telling you, it's up the roof. You guys probably know or don't know. Rabotai, I deal with couples. Speak to her, speak to him, speak to the all. It's all the same thing. Nobody wants to listen to every young, this one. I can't, I could. I had a couple that came to me. You're not going to believe this. She would go. Now tell me, is this normal or not? I mean, the husband had a very good point. He had a very solid point. I don't want my wife working out with the trainer. Is a woman allowed to work out in all these trainer spots and all these gyms and whatever with a personal trainer? That's a guy? 100% asur. But Rabbi, he has a proper intention. He's trying to help me build my body. Yeah, he has intention for something else, Rabotai, but not to build your body. Don't tell me stories. But Artur, אתה שומע או לא Artur? אתה כאן, לא כאן, לא אכפת לך Artur. אכפת לך או לא אכפת לך? כן, כן. יאללה, אל תעשה צחוק, פיקוח נפש. Okay, Rabotai. Rabotai, number 5. Ein chedba al yedo. No sin is going to come into your hand. We have any idea, Rabotai, what we're saying over here? No sin. You have any idea, Rabotai, when a person sins, chas v'shalom, how much of the kiddush it takes away from you? Artur, are you there or no? One time you look, not that you, chas v'shalom, but if she came across you and you just continues walking, you continue on your way. No. When you look at a woman the wrong way, you have any idea how much kiddush it takes away from you? How much of your Torah you lose? Rabotai, how long did it take to build the Twin Towers? Anybody knows?
12 years.
12 years, 10 years, I don't care. Listen to this carefully. How many people died building the Twin Towers?
1.
3,000? Died. No. How long when they were building, how many people died? A lot, Rabotai. Thousands probably. Listen to this carefully. This is our life. There are thousands of times that our neshama dies before it is able to build itself. But Rabotai, once you already build yourself, once you reach a level of holiness, of kiddush, of dvekis b'akadosh baruch Hu, don't allow that to be destroyed by these women. You know why, friend? Because the Twin Towers came down. If you remember 9/11, not even that's how fast we can fall. We have to be very careful. That's what Rabotai, when it comes to L'David Elech Hashem Nafshei Esah, Rabotai, have kavanah, so Hashem can protect you. Rabotai, that's what he says. V'lachen ra'ui mi'od shenikra behavana u'bekavanah mizmor. You have to say this with kavanah, with a lot of kavanah, with a lot of understanding. He brings it down from the Dvash Lefi, Ma'arechet Gimel Ot Aleph. So Rabotai, when we saw the Shulchan Aruch, when he says you shouldn't speak between Shomna Esrei and Nefilat HaPayim, I'm not speaking about doing Chazar Tashatz, that's Asur. I'm speaking right now, you finish already Chazar Tashatz. Now you start Nefilat HaPayim. He says you should not speak, but Rabotai, I want to be very careful when I say this. He says over here, if you speak about things that are going to take you away completely from saying Nefilat HaPayim, that's going to be a problem. But if you have to speak for something else, just mere speech to get something out of the way or to say something, and you're going to go back and start continuing saying Nefilat HaPayim, over there it's not going to be a problem. Baruch Adonai L'Olam. Amen. Amen. Rabbi Chanan ben Kashomer Baruch Hu.